Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Welcome. Today, we are diving into the significance of service level, or SL, in a contact center. More than just a KPI, service level is a powerful lever that shapes customer experience, drives operational efficiency, and directly impacts financial outcomes. Let's explore how this one metric connects people, performance, and profits. Let's talk about the significance of service level in a contact center. Service level is more than a number, it's a bridge between customer expectations and operational capability. First, it serves as a customer-centric benchmark. When we say, we'll be available within X time, service level is a promise that builds trust and reliability. Second, it ensures operational discipline. Workforce management teams, schedulers and forecasters depend on service level to align staffing with demand. Third, it acts as a performance indicator. In fact, service level is one of the most closely monitored SLA metrics in BPO contracts, used by clients to evaluate vendor performance and determine rewards or penalties. And finally, it creates strategic alignment. Service level connects directly to customer experience strategies like fast and empathetic support, and to business strategies like retention, upselling, and compliance. In short, service level is the backbone that balances customer promise, operational execution, and business outcomes. Now let's look at the impact of service level. This is where the customer truly feels the difference. From a customer experience perspective, the impact can go both ways. A high service level means short wait times, reduced frustration, and a measurable lift in CSAT, NPS, and CES. On the other hand, a poor service level leads to long queues, higher abandon rates, and customers either switching channels or worse, switching providers. Here's a practical example. Answering 80% of calls within 0 seconds can increase CSAT by 15 to 20% compared to answering only 60% in the same time frame. That's the real power of service level. It directly shapes how customers perceive and value their experience with your brand. Next, let's explore the impact of service level on operational efficiency. Think of service level as a stress test for how well resources are aligned. A low service level is often a red flag. It signals understaffing, poor scheduling, or even inefficient call routing. In contrast, maintaining a sustained high service level creates balance, agent workloads are smoother, stress levels are lower, and the risk of burnout and attrition decreases significantly. Consider this example. When service level falls below 70% for weeks at a stretch, agents are stuck handling back-to-back irate callers. Morale takes a hit, and attrition risk rises sharply. So, service level doesn't just protect customers, it protects your people, too. Let's look at the financial impact of service level. The stakes here are high, because service level directly shapes revenue, cost, and profitability. First, it's about revenue protection. When sales calls are abandoned because of low service level, that's revenue lost instantly. Second, there are SLA penalties. In many BPO contracts, missing service level targets means financial penalties, sometimes heavy ones, that eat into margins. And third, service level affects cost to serve. Overstaffing to chase service level inflates costs, while understaffing to save money risks churn. Profitability depends on striking the right balance. Here's a clear example. With 10,000 inbound sales calls, an average order value of $20, and a 20 undo rate due to low service level, That's $40,000 in lost revenue every single month. So, service level isn't just a KPI, it's a direct driver of financial outcomes and business sustainability. Let's also talk about service level and its impact on brand reputation. In today's digital world, customers don't just experience wait times, they share them. A strong service level builds brand trust and turns customers into advocates. But a weak service level can quickly spiral into viral complaints, reputational damage, and customers switching to competitors. Here's a striking example: a single viral tweet that says, "I waited 30 minutes to speak to someone," can cost more in PR damage control than the investment needed to fix service level through better staffing. So, service level is not only about operations and finances, it's also a frontline protector of your brand image. Finally, let's consider service level in the context of contracts and compliance. For outsourcing environments, service level is often a binding SLA. Consistently missing it doesn't just hurt performance, it can trigger client escalations, loss of trust, or even contract termination. And in regulated industries like banking, healthcare, or telecom, service level carries even greater weight. Slow responses aren't just operational misses, they may breach compliance standards, exposing the business to fines and regulatory action. In short, service level isn't just operational, it's contractual and regulatory, carrying serious consequences if not managed properly. Let's wrap it up with the overall takeaway. A high service level means short waits, happier customers, motivated agents, lower churn, strong SLA compliance, and healthier financials. But a low service level tells a very different story: long waits, higher abandons, SLA penalties, lost revenue, brand risk, and even agent burnout. In essence, service level is not just a speed metric. It's a customer promise, one that fuels customer experience, financial performance, and operational stability all at once. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.